So today we are going to discuss the Arogya Setu app and the controversy that surrounded the entire app, and then we'll understand it from a basic legal perspective as to what this controversy is all about and why was this so much controversy surrounding the app. So on 2nd April 2020, the central government released this app called Arogya Setu, and the objective of releasing this app was plain and simple yet very important. So the objective of the app was to aid or augment the already going on activities to reduce or prevent the scope or the exposure of COVID-19 in India. Okay, so COVID-19 को कैसे कम किया जाए, उसके exposure को कैसे कम किया जाए, that is why it was released in India. Okay, it was released in 12 languages so that most of the Indians can download it and use it properly. Now let's discuss as to how did the app worked. Okay, so when you download this app gives you a self-assessment test. Now in this test, you have to fill in your name, your mobile number, and you have to give your Bluetooth and location information as well. Now, how does this work is that it gives you that how much are you exposed to COVID-19 एज पर योर सराउंडिंग्स. जो आपके आसपास जितने लोगों ने ये ऐप को डाउनलोड कर रखा होगा उसके बेसिस पे इट विल टेल यू कि आपके पास कितना रिस्क है और कितना रिस्क ऑफ एक्सपोजर है. बट व्हेन टू पीपल कम इन कॉन्टैक्ट विद ईच अदर, so for example, say there are two people who have Arogya Setu app downloaded on their phones and they come in contact with each other, or the word or the phrase that is used by the central government is when they come in Bluetooth proximity with each other. इसका मतलब होता है जब वो दोनों इतना पास आ जाएंगे एक दूसरे के कि उनके ब्लूटूथ डिवाइसेस मैच कर जाएं, वो पेयर कर जाएं, उसको कहते हैं ब्लूटूथ प्रॉक्सिमिटी. सो व्हेन टू पीपल कम विद इन ब्लूटूथ प्रॉक्सिमिटी ऑफ ईच अदर, this app creates some sort of a digital signature in both the phones. दोनों के फोन में एक डिजिटल सिग्नेचर बन जाएगा which will tell both these people the location, the duration and the risk of exposure. उसके बाद क्या होगा, say one of these people have tested positive of COVID-19 within 14 days of that interaction or that talk that they had. अब जैसे भी आसपास वो लोग आए थे उसके 14 दिन बाद कोई एक इंसान उसमें से कोविड पॉजिटिव हो गया. Now this app tells the अदर गाय जिसको कोविड पॉजिटिव नहीं आया है कि आपको कितना एक्सपोजर है. ओके, सो आप पिछले 14 दिन में कितनी बार मिले हैं उनसे, एंड ऑल ऑफ दीज थिंग्स आर एक्चुअली टेकन केयर ऑफ बाय दिस ऐप. नाउ मेजर कंसर्न of this app, and which is a major controversy also that was created, was with respect to the right to privacy. Okay, so this app, as I already told you, asked for Bluetooth and location info. उसके बिना ये ऐप काम नहीं करेगा. ठीक है. So when someone has a location 24/7, it means that that person or the government here in this matter is able to track us wherever we go. And it's not just the government, there are a lot of other authorities to which our data will be revealed, which we'll discuss now. Okay, so that is a problem. And India has a really bad reputation when it comes to securing our data. Because in 2017, 2018, we saw a lot of newspaper reports which clearly stated that crores of Aadhaar number were leaked in public domain or to certain IT firms and so on. So it is a really bad image in that aspect. So another similar app was released by Singapore as well, which was called Trace app. तो सिंगापुर ने क्या किया था, the access to the data that was made only accessible to the health ministry of Singapore and nobody else could access that data. और जो भी कोड उसमें डेवलप होंगे that could only be accessed by the health ministry. But in India's case, the privacy policy stated that it will be given to those people who are involved in working for COVID-19, or basically who are COVID warriors, we can say. Okay, this word was not used, but it can be taken to be that also. So it was very subjective, and basically anybody in India or anybody that the government feels has the necessity could access our data, which became a really controversial and a problematic issue. Now another controversial point was that the app did not release source code along with its own release. ठीक है, source code से क्या होता है कि एक there are certain technical researchers, और जिसको हम normal language में hackers कहते हैं, they can actually find bug in the app or any deformities that are there in the app if the source code is revealed. But the government did not do so, and it was a major controversy. However, the central government came up with a press release, और इसमें they revealed the source code. Okay, so it met with a lot of controversy. So almost 2 months after releasing the app, they actually revealed the source code also. They in fact started something called a bug bounty program, जिससे basically they asked the technical researchers to look into the app to find certain flaws in the app and tell the government कि कैसे उस ऐप को और स्ट्रेंथन किया जा सकता है, एंड देयर वर सर्टेन रिवॉर्ड्स आल्सो दैट वर गिवन टू पीपल और दैट वर ऑन ऑफर, जो कि बग्स फाइंड कर लेगा, ठीक है. Another major problem with the app was that the app clearly stated that it is built on the core principle of privacy. ठीक है, लेकिन the privacy policy or the terms of use of the app clearly stated that in case your data is breached, the central government or any government for that matter will not have any responsibility. They basically waived off all their liability in case of a breach. Okay, so these were two very contradictory things that happened, and it created a lot of controversy all around the country. So now let's discuss the legal aspect of this controversy and understand it from a legal point of view. So in India, we do not have any law to protect our data as such. Okay, so we do not have a comprehensive law on this. The Data Protection Bill of 2019 is still pending in the Parliament and it's not become a law. So ले दे के हमारे पास एक Information Technology Act of 2000 है, and there are certain rules under this act which was made in 2011. वो rules हैं to do this, but those rules are only applicable to the corporations and they are not applicable to state intervention or the intervention of the government as such. So government के against proceed करने के लिए हमारे पास कुछ भी नहीं है as of now. However, in 2017 there was this landmark judgment of the Supreme Court that was released called the K.S. Puttaswamy versus Union of India. It was a 9-judge bench judgment, और इस जजमेंट में इस एस्पेक्ट पे भी बात हुई थी that in case of a health emergency how it is to be dealt, how privacy is an issue to be dealt, because ये बहुत बड़ी डिबेट है, it's been going for years, privacy versus security, privacy versus health, ये बहुत बड़ी डिबेट है that has been going around legal arena for a long time now. So the Supreme Court stated that government can take certain actions like this in case of a public health emergency, but with certain safeguards. So Justice D.Y. Chandrachud came up with a 3-pronged test for this. Okay, ये safeguards थे. So the first part of the test was the legality. So if any such app or any such move is taken by the government, then it has to be legal in the sense कि it has to be backed by a law or an ordinance. ठीक है, बट आरोग्य सेतु में ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं हुआ था. आरोग्य सेतु was released as it is and there was no law or ordinance backing it. Second part of it was the legitimate aim of the act. So legitimate aim यहाँ पे we can say that it was to prevent the people from exposing to COVID-19, but again it was subjective. The third part of the test was proportionality. Proportionality का मतलब होता है that if any act or any app like this is released by the government, then it should be proportional to what is meant to be achieved. Okay, it should not violate or it should not blatantly violate the fundamental rights of the people in our country. And we know that right to privacy is a fundamental right under Article 21 of the Constitution of India. Former Justice of the Supreme Court, Justice B.N. Sri Krishna, clearly stated this app as a blatant violation of the fundamental rights of the people of India. Now, in this 3-pronged test of the Supreme Court in K.S. Puttaswamy, Justice Kaul added a 4th point, which was procedural safeguards. Procedural safeguards का मतलब ये होता है that law in no way or any act of the government like this in no way should be procedurally deformed. Okay, ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि वो सारे procedures ही deform करती हुई जाए. But here in this case, I clearly told you that the government waived off all their liability in case of a data breach. So which is a problematic issue, and the procedure or the safeguard was not taken into consideration while releasing Arogya Setu app, right? After that, a major issue was also created because the government made it mandatory for some people to download this app. So in particular areas of Delhi, in NCR, in Noida particularly, this app was made compulsory for everyone who were living in the containment zones. To people who started going to their offices after first and second lockdown, it was made compulsory for them as well, and to certain other people as well. For example, when Swiggy, Zomato started, it was made compulsory for the delivery boys to have Arogya Setu in their phones. Now this created an issue because the critics argued that on one hand you're breaching the privacy of somebody, and on the other hand you're compelling them to download this app. So this created a lot of controversy, and there were certain petitions filed in various high courts in India, and this was diluted later, so it was not made compulsory for anyone to download this app. However, there are millions of people who actually downloaded this. Okay, so there were 2 parts of this app, and people were actually divided into 2 parts, where one part stated that this app is actually to help people and it's a positive move of the government. And on the other hand, the people who were lawyers, legal scholars, they clearly stated that this app was a clearly and a blatant violation of the rights or the fundamental rights of the people of India. So that's it about the session from my side. I hope you understood what the Arogya Setu app is all about. And this is a very important question that may be asked with respect to COVID-19 in this year's paper and in next year's paper as well. Okay, so make sure that you know about this app, you know at least the basics about this app. That's it about the session from my side. Thank you. If you like our videos, subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon so you don't miss any update from us. Give all your feedbacks in the comment section with the app for the session. Thank you so much.